We're back to the Neil Haley Show. My guest today is Paul Hollis, author of the Hollow Man series and CEO of many, many companies. Paul, how are you? All right, this is it. Because you've gotten such great Halloween feedback for the costume contest, so many people are responding. You have a special offer coming on October 31st. Tell us about it.
Yeah, for 1 week we're gonna offer you the whole set of um, either ebooks or the copies. The ebooks, the whole set you get for $5 on Amazon, uh and the three books we're going to set up so you can get them all three for $25, right? So a good deal there, just to get you. And this is to get you set for the book that's coming out in first part of next year. So then you'll be all set and you'll be up to current and ready to go for the book four.
All right, fantastic. So that's the situation ready for book four, and book four is coming out in 2024.
Correct. Yeah, probably in end of first quarter.
So the thing about Halloween, give us some memories of you being a terrorist, chasing terrorists on Halloween. Do you have any stories of a Halloween in Europe those years that you were chasing terrorists?
Actually, I don't, because they don't celebrate Halloween the same as we do here. It's not a costume kind of thing, and and going door to door for candy. For example, in England, it used to be, when I was there, they used to call it Guy Fawkes Day, which was November 1st, and the kids would push around dummies in baby carriages, and they would ask you for a penny for Guy, right, which is Guy Fawkes, and he's the guy who tried to blow up Parliament in the 1600s, somewhere way back then. And so what these kids do with these dummies at the end of the night, they throw them on a huge big bonfire, and there's a big party sort of thing. But there's very little sweets in Europe that the kids are like, these, like here we give kids candy for just opening their mouth, and over there it's very much a different kind of a world with sweets and candy and kind of things. It's a real a privilege, and a luxury to get a piece of chocolate, for example, for kids.
All right, so no memories on Halloween. What other holidays have you had chasing terrorists holidays in Europe?
Oh, all of them. There's probably 10 All Saints days kind of thing around that, which they all get bank holidays off and everything of that sort. And the usual ones of Christmas. They Christmas actually in Europe expands to January 6th for the Three Kings days and that sort of thing. And they don't have a Memorial Day, but they don't have a Fourth of July, but they do have other holidays. Bastille Day in France is July 14th and all that stuff. Though the holidays themselves didn't actually work into anything that I was doing at the time, so no specific memories of a particular holiday. Right?
All right, so okay, this is getting kind of intriguing, bro. All right, so give me a day in the life of Paul Hollis chasing terrorists.
Oh gosh, well, it could start off in a number of ways. Either talking to an informant, and getting more information from an informant who actually is close to uh, uh, maybe a terrorist or a group of terrorists, and that it could start off with being in a sitting in a library for 4 hours, uh, doing microfiche, just going through and understanding what's happening in the newspapers from the day before, or uh, magazine articles, etc., anything that would be in the media. So start off with that. It could also start off in a disguise, that I'm walking down the street and with a pebble in my shoe, with a limp, a long. I have had long dreadlocks as well, and in the hippie days, that kind of thing like that. So just anything of that sort. But that really be it. Um, and probably there's a lot of instances where I was followed by people. They taught me how to surveil, but not to how to avoid surveillance. So I always brought people with me where I went, and Zita would ask me every time I saw her. She'd say, "How many people did you bring with you this time, right? So because they were all following me, kind of thing. So it always kind of a humorous kind of thing like that. But we managed it. But that's kind of the typical day, is just walking around, talking to informants, following people, doing microfiche research in libraries and things like that.
Okay, researching in libraries, but everyone was watching you. Are you like really paranoid still from the days of tracking terrorists that someone's watching you?
Actually, no. I I